Hello, my name is Alan Tausig, and this is why I'm going to be a perfect future Tourico employee. Let me tell you a little bit about me. So I was born in August 1987. Since I was a kid, I had big learning appetite to learn about new cultures, new skills, new sports, new languages. And I lived until I was 20 in Argentina, but then I was very hungry to explore the world, so I did. I've been to cities, of course I was born in Buenos Aires, and I've been to cities such as Geneva, Bologna, Monaco, Marbella, London, Bangkok, Abu Dhabi, and as well Chicago and San Francisco. And this gave me a lot of insight of the world and of new cultures, of course. So let me tell you a little bit about my sales experience. So my first experience would be when I was a kid, about 10, 12 years old. I had a really big passion for plants, and I had this little chili pepper garden in my house, but I didn't know really what to do with those chili pepper because nobody ate spicy food in my house. So I prepared a little practical joke. So I crushed those chili peppers, and I created an oil out of it, and I was gonna sell it in school. I always wanted to have some pocket money for myself, and I wanted to be independent. So I took it to school and I tried to sell it, but nobody was really interested. So I said, okay, let's do a little demonstration. So during one lunchtime, I put this little essence into a friend's glass without him realizing, of course. And when he drank, he exploded. He became all red and he couldn't almost breathe. Everybody was laughing at it, and all of a sudden, people were interested in my product. They were like, oh, I want to have that. I know what I'm gonna do with it. So that was my first experience. Then, since I was a kid as well, I've been selling and buying a lot of things through Mercado Libre. I would get into it a little bit later on. I had a little catering entrepreneurship at my house, and that went very well. And finally, upselling. Since I've been in the hospitality industry, I had always opportunities to upsell products and get a commission out of it. So some of the failures I encountered during my life. When I was in high school in Argentina, we had a project called Junior Achievement. And basically we had to create a product, and with that product create a sales plan and a marketing plan, and then we had 1 week to sell it on one of the biggest shopping malls in Argentina. So we made this exclusive tea. It was handmade tea, and basically the problem was that we had too many hands on the plate, and everybody inputting their own ideas and trying to use the resources that they have available from their families. So we ended up having a beautiful product. It was this exquisite tea, but we were selling it on a stand that looked like an electronic store stand because a friend's dad had a metal workshop, and as well our packaging had nothing to do with the product. So unfortunately, that was a big failure, and we didn't achieve our objectives. As well, another failure that I could say would be selling myself. When I finished university, I wanted to become a supervisor, a front office supervisor, and I was applying to several places. I got some offers to become the supervisor that I wanted, but unfortunately the places didn't fit my requirements. Either they were 2 small hotels or 3 or 4 stars, and I wanted to go to luxury. I finally got the opportunity to interview with the Ritz-Carlton in Half Moon Bay, which is next to San Francisco, and they were about to hire me as a supervisor, but due to the requirements of the company, they told me I would start as an agent and that I could get promoted. So I worked very hard. The position was still open, but unfortunately, due to visa requirements, they were not able to provide me the position. So unfortunately, I failed on that objective. However, I never gave up, and I worked very hard for the whole year, and finally I made it where I am now in Abu Dhabi. I jumped in my career, and this is a beautiful hotel where I'm working now. I'm leader of 10 ladies and gentlemen, and it's been an awesome experience so far. Then other successes that I had, since I was a kid, I had many objectives on my life. So first of all, I went to a diving school to do a course. I fell in love with the sport, and I wanted to grow within it. And I told him, to the person that was training me, I was like, please, I want to work here. I'm really good at this. I can help you cleaning out the equipment, giving classes, and they were like, no, you're underage, we cannot pay you. However, I insisted, and finally we got to an agreement where I was gonna help on the classes and clean the suits and everything, and in the end they will give me instead free courses, and that's how I became nowadays a rescue diver. Then, as I was saying before, on Mercado Libre, which is the eBay in Argentina, I did a lot of product enhancement. I was buying things in bulk and selling individually, or finding rare things to sell and put a nice description, and and I made some money out of it. As well, I was breeding fish and just selling them online, and I was growing orchids. I was working with a company back then, growing orchids and carnivorous plants, and that went very well. Here you have some of the examples of the things that I was doing. Then I was the top seller in every hotel. Basically, I got a commission out of it, and when they told me about that, I was like, well, I could make some money out of this. And I was very good at reading people, understanding what they needed, if they're gonna pay for it, how much, and I excelled on it. I had my little catering entrepreneurship, as I said before, and it was a small scale, but still it was very fulfilling. I was working in a restaurant, I went to culinary school, but I wanted to do something more, and I had some time available. So I started cooking for some little events, and it became a little bit bigger through word of mouth. People were liking my product, I was very good at it, and I had a lot of fun as well during this. And finally, I managed to conquer the world. I've been to several cities, which gave me a lot of insight of the world and a lot of culture difference, and it's been a really, really good and enriching experience for me. Now, on job expectations, what do I expect I'm going to be doing in this job? So on the day-to-day, I believe that I'm going to be having to establish objectives to achieve the goals company. I will have to maintain relationship with current clients, of course making sure that we're providing the correct product at the correct price and offering different services that we have. And of course acquiring new clients. This is where the revenue will come from. So basically introducing the company to new clients and being able to offer our different services and products that we have. On short-term objectives, I believe that I'm going to be doing marketing and tourism trends and forecasting in order to purchase the needed quantity and being able to sell all our inventory. I would like to have bigger contracts, bigger budgets, and of course bigger cities. I would love to grow within this company, and of course implementing new technologies, fulfilling new needs, and of course customizing every need of each client. On long-term objectives, I would like to become a team leader and developer. I'm very good. I've been always a leader. On my experience, I like to train people, to tell them, to correct them, and to show them and lead by the example. I would love to become a regional manager, while I'm not going to have a city or a country, but a whole region. And of course, once we reach our goals, develop new goals and objectives, more challenging, and of course better for the company in the end. On the competitive edge, how will I compete against the rest? So first of all, I have languages. I speak Italian, Spanish, French, and English. On the job motivation, I've been looking for a possibility like this to become a sales agent. And since I've been working in hotels, everybody was telling me you should go into sales, you're really good at it, but this was too small scale. So now having the opportunity to go back to Latin America with a company such as this would be a great experience for me, and I couldn't be more motivated to do something like that. As well, I have worldwide culture, as I've been living all around the globe. And finally, I have hospitality knowledge. I've been working several years in the industry, so I know the product from the inside, and I know which kind of people need which kind of product, and this is going to help me a lot in this job. As well, I have very good social and numeric skills. Since I was a kid, I was excelled on all mathematics and algebra classes, and as well, I always like to help the others that weren't so good at it, and I was helping them to pass their courses and assignments. I'm a very proactive person. I don't need to have bullet points of what to do. As soon as I know what is expected from me and what are the goals, I will set my own course of activities to ensure that I achieve those, and I don't need people on my back telling me you have to do this, that, and that. I will do it by myself. As well, traveling a lot and having to change a lot of jobs and a lot of cities. I'm a very easy adaptable person, and I've been working countless hours, weekends, so I'm very flexible on that, and I adapt very easily to new people, new cultures, and new jobs, of course. And finally, I'm a fast learner because I love learning new skills, and I always want to dominate them and be the best as soon as possible, so I always read and I always train, and this is going to give me a lot of competitive edge. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I'll be meeting you very shortly. Thank you.